You're about to give the order when Sidarius walks up to you. What is the meaning of this, Vagrus? There's no need for such a desperate act. This is just a dust storm. You tell him quickly about your previous encounter with the last pilgrimage. Nonsense. The chances that the pilgrims will show up again are... Sidarius trails off as eerie twilight falls upon the Comitatus as the dust cloud envelops you all. There is no time to flee or hide, so you signal everyone to draw weapons and stand at the ready. Some of your crew tremble, some are praying, and some are about to break. But not Sidarius. The knight walks towards the approaching apparition as if being possessed by a death wish. You can see Javak frowning and sweating in concentration, no doubt trying to combat your beast instinct to flee in utter terror. In a few moments you can hear the chanting and see the ghastly pilgrims cast clearly through the dust curtain, desiccated forms in faded robes shuffling along the broken terrain, or rather, over the terrain somehow, as if floating at rapid pace. Their vacant faces are illuminated by a dreadful pale light that emanates from their hollow insides. You're paralysed by terror. Blurred images enter your mind, visions of a horrid procession of living dead wearing faded robes. You walk among them. You are one of them. Is this the end? Before they could reach you, the spectral pilgrims turn left and head south along a dried-out riverbed without any apparent reason. It takes your mind a few minutes to comprehend that an unusual mercy has just been granted you and your crew. The last pilgrimage marches on, slowly disappearing into the cracked badlands beyond, taking the ghoulish twilight and the dust storm with them. It takes a good few moments for the crew and yourself to come to your senses. Did this truly happen? What was the reason, if any, for the spectral troop to change direction at the last second? How can it be explained that they appeared again after such a short time? Sidarius walks over to you, looking confident, though you can see he is a bit shaken too. Sergorod is with us. This is an omen if ever I've seen one. My destiny for retribution against the enemies of the Empire must be the reason why these horrors let us be. You swallow and nod, yet you are not so certain why it happened the way it did. Rest assured, Vagrus, as long as you have me by your side, no harm will come to your Comitatus. Remember that. Sidarius walks away, signalling to the line to move along. Still rattled? You move along the line, assuring everyone that danger is past. With the Comitatus moving, you join Javak on the lastest beach of burden, but you barely talk. You've never heard of anyone encountering the large pilgrimage twice. Somehow you do not feel blessed. Haunted, more like. After an hour or two, you and your crew fall back into your travel routines, and tonight all this will seem much less terrifying. In fact, you should be grateful for avoiding certain death at the hands of these accursed things twice in a row. Hopefully there won't be a third time. You move on towards Avernum. Yes, we do. And should we do a forced march? Ish. Fine. Oh. Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Can we? Oh, good. We have some chance of finding things. I think we really need to do everything we can at this point. Let's see. We only have 2 days of food left. Let's cut it down to 50% again. Pay them now. Heal everyone. I think the red outline means that they need supplies. So post no guards. Yeah, post. More higher chance of ambush, but our vigor is really poor. Okay, we're gonna have to do something about our obedience here. Our vigor is shit. Maybe just sending out the scouts. Doing everything costs the same as doing one thing, so let's do all of it. But we need the morale and vigor. This is hard. Okay, let's see if we can do this to gain an obedience. Okay. And this may be a poor thing, a bad idea, but we reduce morale, but we increase vigor. And vigor right now is more important than morale, but we might get a combat. I don't know. Let's just do it. No forager's harm. Okay, we got some more supplies, and we didn't get ambushed. Okay, we're okay for now. Oh look, we're almost there. Oh, just one more camp, and then we can make it there. Okay, we have enough food. Obedience is okay. Let's free another slave. Okay, that's good. Morale is bad. We have enough supplies for 2 days, so we probably don't need to do this. Actually, I don't really understand. I must be counting the days wrong. in some way. I don't know, because it said 2 days, but whatever. Let's just go on. I'm still getting a sense of things. But here we are. We made it! The Comitatus climbs a broken ridge and everyone stops for a moment to take in the visage of Avernum, nestled atop and around a range of large hills on the horizon to the southwest. Chimneys of the city's many forges and smelters cast a dark shadow over it, while the lava fields beyond the settlement provide an intense reddish glow as a backdrop. Several crude roads meander among the hills here, probably leading up to the mines and quarries you had passed during the last day or so. Time for us to part ways for a while, Vagrus. The voice of Sidarius makes you jump a little. For a large fellow wearing heavy armour, he managed to creep up at you without a sound. He's standing beside you, gazing at the horizon. I have to make my way into the city alone. My reasons are my own. But before I go, I have a proposition for you. His voice and stature tell you there is not much point in arguing. You are well aware, of course, that my contingent was betrayed and ambushed out in the wasteland where we met. During our trek back there, I have come to the conclusion that whoever betrayed us had to be someone involved in the investigation I led in Avernum before setting out from the city. Even though I have some ideas where to start looking for traitors, the implications of this despicable betrayal are too severe to attempt to meet it head-on. I require secrecy and guile. Most of my remaining allies in this city and I are too easy to track or recognise, and those responsible could easily make evidence disappear if I am revealed to be alive. Someone else has to provide that guile for us. After a short pause, he looks you in the eye. What I mean is that you, your friend the mage, and the rest of your crew could be vital in finding the culprits and bringing them to justice. The Empire needs your help, Vagrus. Ask him what assistance he requires. I need someone who is not known to have cooperated with the previous investigation and is not associated with me publicly. I need that someone to spy on suspected officials and criminals while I coordinate the investigation from a hidden base of operations. You, Vagrus, and your crew fit the requirements perfectly. Additionally, you've proven yourself resourceful and tough since we met. What exactly does the betrayal imply? It implies people in high places, Vagrus, possibly the highest in Avernum. It may be that officers of no small importance in the city were corrupted. But be not disheartened. Surgorod teaches us that such vile sin must be rooted out, no matter how high it reaches and no matter the cost. Nevertheless, this must be approached with caution, a certain kind of secrecy that I and my allies do not possess due to our station. Let's ask for money. Agree to help him for a price. A knowing smirk spreads on Sidarius' noble yet cruel face. Yes, I was expecting as much from the likes of you, but fret not, Vagrus. I agree that loyalty and dedication to the Empire ought to be rewarded in some cases. You've already proven yourself useful, and I can assure you that the Order of the Black Sun shall not forget that. Neither your continued service. It may not be coin you get, but I think having the Order's support would be eternally more useful in your line of work around the Empire than any material riches. You tell him that such a pledge would be sufficient payment. He nods in agreement. Now let us part ways and follow my plan. So what is this plan? The plan for now is to make our ways into Avernum separately, so you won't be associated with me at all. Rest assured that although they do not expect my return, the traitors would be informed at once had I turned up at the city gates. So I have to find an alternate way in. I will send for you once I'm settled in. Send someone trustworthy. Someone trustworthy shall appear and guide you to my... The next word made him wince. Hideout. We'll talk about your tasks there. You ask him about the belongings of his former comrades. The knight frowns. That might complicate matters somewhat. Take their holy symbols to the Temple of Surgorod quietly. You can get rid of the weapons you see fit, but if I bid selling them at the market, it would draw too much attention to you, and we do not want that for now. Sidarius pierces you with his gaze. I sincerely hope I can trust you with this, Vagrus. Woe betide you if you do not comply. With that, he takes his leave of you and waits as you signal the Comitatus to move forward. Quarter of an hour later, Sidarius is only a speck on the horizon. You are rapidly approaching Avernum. The last stretch before the city awaits you. Okay.
Dark omens. Ominous apparitions of an otherworldly covenant of spectres. A grim night out for vengeance. Time and coin running out slowly. Yet against all odds, we journeyed to the city of Avernum on the Smoulderbone Flats. A place bustling with travellers, merchants and lowlifes. It was supposed to be a short stop on our way east, but we got more than we bargained for.
You have never seen a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. Okay, do we get to move in yet? Yes. When occupying a settlement node, you choose to enter the settlement with the blah 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 blah. Okay. The city of Avernum. You can smell its foul stench even as you approach its mighty gates set in the dark walls decorated with the bones of giant creatures. The dry, sulphurous reek of the region so close to the molten tongue mixes with the bitter, ashen stink of the many foundries and forges in the city. Over the walls, rooftops and chimneys of the city lean together in a jumble. The buildings on the lower part of the hill are more dilapidated, while the ones nearer the top are in better condition in general, with a walled-off villa appearing here and there. A group of guards stops you as the Comitatus moves ponderously under the gate arch. While your cargo and men are being checked, you can see several of the grim, black-clad legionnaires of the Avernus Legion standing guard beneath the towers, staring at you. Gate tax is 2 changes, the head guardsman says after getting the confirmation from his men that everything is order. A slave next to him, there's a missing word there, bows to you and holds up the open money box he carries chained to him. Yeah, can we afford that? What's the changer? Okay, that's just the minimal currency. Okay, let's pay the gate tax. Having passed through the gate, you're right at the cobbled plaza on the other side. You head toward the Mancio, the large inn for the Comitati. Without delay, you set up there and have some rest after the arduous journey. In an hour, everything is settled. Your beasts are stabled, your cargo is unloaded into the warehouse, and your crew is resting already. Just as you're about to head into the common room and order a drink for yourself, Javik approaches you and draws you aside. There's someone at sea, boss. Someone sent by a knightly friend. Says he wants to talk to you discreetly. She's waiting behind the stables, Javik says in hushed tones. It was foolish to think you would rid yourself of Sidaris and his agenda for even a few hours, but you have little choice. Hear the messenger out. The woman waiting for you in the shadows behind the stables of the Mancios, wearing a large hood and a long cape over a dark grey, featureless tunic. As you approach, she throws the hood back, revealing the markings of someone in the service of Ashkul, god of the underworld. A face painted pale with dark eyeshadow to give the impression of a skull. You suspect she is a novice attached to the Order of the Black Sun, or an acolyte of the Church of Ashkul. The woman looks around furtively. There is nobody nearby, just you and Javik. Greetings from our mutual friend, the Knight Dominus, the young woman says quietly after looking you in the eye. I was sent here to take you to him when you're ready. I'll wait here. Just don't take too long. He's very eager to see you. From now on, you can visit Sidaris in Avernum. Before you set out, Javik draws you aside. So it would seem that we'll stay here longer than we had expected. It occurs to me that a delay would be a strain on our resources, and I rather doubt our knightly friend cares about that. You've considered this also. Javik goes on as you rub your chin thoughtfully. I was thinking we could smelt the scrap metal we bought. I know it would cost us, but hear me out. Not only does smelted metal take up less space in the cargo hold, but it also allows us to sell a fraction of it for great profit here. It's a loss in the long run, but we'll have to pay the crew if we had to tarry here, don't we? You have to admit he's making a lot of sense. You can smelt down the metal and sell some of the bars for an injection of coins if need be. The two of you make ready to set out. Okay, the Mancio pane is now active. Wow, there's so much. I keep saying it, but there's so much. This is the Mancio pane. Inn specialised for Comitati. When you rest in the Mancio, the day ends and you'll end the days in a scene similar to when you camp in the wilderness. Your own thing on the stock on the right. You can hire or dismiss crew as well as buy or sell beasts. Rumours can be purchased here. These bits of information can unlock points of interest in your chart, tip you from business opportunities, and give you hints on storylines. Passengers can also be found in Mancio. Oh, is that another typo? Possibly. Yeah, I think so. It's got an accidental N put in. When taken to their destination, they reward you for your efforts, but often you have to reach the place within a time limit. Passengers' consumption and potential crew combat exchange news. Oh my god, this is so much. I know I keep saying it, but it is so much. Oh my goodness. Rumours. A hidden outpost where there's so many bounties. Bounties of fire, passengers, middle-aged sage. Okay, I guess the thing is, we could buy new people, but then we'd also need to buy more food to sustain them. I don't know what's a good idea to do. Trade news. Refresh the news from your location and share your news for coin. Oh, trade news. I see. We can afford a rumour. Let's see. Avernum offers goods that said river I need. Bounties where there's so many. What? Oh, it didn't tell us anything, but I guess we just have the knowledge, I I guess. Savages. They're said to live nearby. Okay. I guess we could take a passenger and they will pay us. That's probably a good idea. And they're going to Vitra. They cost 1 food though. And they have no fight ability. I don't know what we want to do really. I don't know if we want more people or less. Odd jobs. Okay, we can put them to work. Send out your workers to earn some coins doing odd jobs. What could go wrong? Like, critical failure is might lose worker and morale. 3% though, that's not too bad. Sleep on the stable floor, at least it's free. Good night sleep in the Mancier's rooms. We could do with the boost. How much does it cost? 7 copper, whatever it is. That is expensive. That's really expensive. I don't think we can afford that. Let's just do this. Oh, right. Stories. Okay, we need to do this stuff. Visit the Slag Fort for official business. King of the Underworld. Go to the Fighting Pit. Seek out the Foundries into the Temple of Saragorod. Hatch prayers and bring a report. This is so involved. This is just a tutorial mission, like, campaign. And it's, like, far more involved than I thought it would be. And I've already been playing for 2 hours. So... oh, man. Yeah. I didn't anticipate that I would not even be close to being done at this point into the tutorial. I have no idea how long this is going to go. But yeah, I think I will leave it there for now because I think you get an idea. This is an incredible game. This is a D&D campaign made into a video game in a way kind of unlike anything I've ever seen. It's really quite awesome and I will definitely keep playing it. But let me know if you want to see more, because I could keep this going as a series if you're interested. It's a lot of reading, but if you're enjoying it, let me know. And I'll wait here to see what you say before I continue playing. Yeah, so Vagrus, the Riven thingy. Sorry. What is it? The Riven Realms, that's the one. Thanks again to the developers for giving me a key. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, it's still in early access, so much of this may change. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.